Hello everybody, Mobius1 here, bringing you a Star Wars Galaxies emulator video. Yeah, remember when I used to make these? Since this is the first Galaxies video I've made in quite a while, it's going to be kind of short, but I just learned about a new trick that is so cool, I had to make a video on it. This trick was discovered, then subsequently posted to the forums by Darryll of the Military Outfitters, located in the South Isley Mall. So credit for finding that goes to him, though we have since found evidence that it did exist back in live. And the trick has to do with seeing items that are in your house. Now, if you've been playing Galaxies for a while, you've probably got a house, and you've probably got a bunch of items in it somewhere. This is my old guild hall back from the SWGEmu era, and as you can see, I have a nice little crystal holocron wall thing going on here. What you're going to need to do this trick is a backpack. Doesn't matter what kind of backpack, doesn't matter what it's called, doesn't matter if there's anything in it, it just has to be a container. On that note, I'm not sure if it even has to be a backpack. It might be able to be any sort of container, like a cargo pocket or a chest, like an armoire. I haven't tested it with any of those, though I imagine they would work as well. And the whole trick revolves around this little icon here in your inventory, this up arrow. You see, normally when you open a backpack and press this up arrow, it returns you to your main inventory window. And that is due to objects in Galaxies having what are called parents. Similarly to how when you mount a vehicle in Galaxies, the vehicle that you mount, whether it's a swoop or a speeder bike or a land speeder, whatever, that vehicle becomes the parent object of your character's object. So from what I understand, and granted, I'm not an expert coder, but objects that are in your inventory have a parent object of your inventory. So what if we could change the backpack's parent? Well, we can. If I click and hold on this backpack and then hover over the open button, I get a separate option to open in a new window. If I select this, I get another window of the contents of the backpack, and you can see I have just a simple Mirage Melon in here. Again, it doesn't matter what's in the backpack. You can see that while we're looking at the backpacks window over here on the left, the up arrow is still visible here, and if we click this, it returns us to our main inventory. However, with this window open, if we go back to our main inventory over here and drop the backpack, that changes things a little bit. First thing you might notice is the Mirage Melon disappeared. However, it's actually still there. If we hover our mouse cursor over where it was, you can see the cursor still changes from an arrow to the eat indicator. And then if I leave my cursor stationary, it says Mirage Melon right there. At this point, we can close our main inventory window, but leave this window open. Because now, when we hit this up arrow, our inventory is no longer the backpack's parent, but the house is. And now, we can see all of the items in the house. Well, specifically, all of the items in the same room as the backpack. Now, some of you that know me a little better may know that I jokingly call myself the breaker of games, because if there's a way for me to break something, I tend to find it. And both QA Forelli and I looked at this and toyed around with a couple different things using multiple backpacks, using other player characters, and all kinds of things. And there doesn't seem to be any exploit that can be done with this. Obviously, you can only do this if you have admin to the structure, because you need to be able to place the backpack in the structure. And you cannot target any of these items by clicking on them. Plus, all of the radial options that show up are the same radial options that show up if you were to click on the actual item already in front of you. But what it can help you with is just maybe, I don't want to say finding items, because again, if you can't click on them, you can't target them, then you can't actually see like where in the room they are. But if you've got a lot of items in one room, or I'm sorry, if you have a lot of items in one structure, and perhaps you've forgotten what room it's in, this might help you locate it. Other than that, it's just a neat trick. I mean, I I've never heard of this before. So when I saw it, despite its limited applications, I knew I had to share it with you guys. Just to show you that it is different depending on what room you're in, here we are in the room with the structure management terminal. I'm going to open the backpack in a new window. I'm going to drop the backpack. I'm going to click the up arrow, and here we are. We just have the backpack and the terminal in this window. And again, I can interact with the terminal through this window exactly the same way as I can by clicking on it. I can access the maintenance, paid maintenance through here. But again, what can you really do with that? I don't know. It's just neat. Like I said, super short video this time, but it is my first Galaxies video in quite a while. There will be more coming. I promise it won't be like 5 or 6 months again before the next video, though I don't know exactly when it's going to be. So if you're looking forward to that, just stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Mobius1 here, and I'll see you next time.